Last time. Hello friends and meisters, welcome back to more 999. Last time we gave a room a new paint job. None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back towards the red. Alright, let's go! With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. Run! The four of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each had heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist. In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash. The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists, the door closed. The numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway. There was no way back now. They were committed. If they could not find the device to deactivate their detonators, they were dead. Hey, where the hell is the dad? How would I know? Don't give me that crap. Start looking. I already am. They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. Blue, 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 where is it? The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would likely have discerned that the doors lead to cabins. Don't tell me the dad is in one of these rooms! Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are? Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at his best guess, there were 7 or 8 of them. Ah, fuck! There wasn't time to count them, to be sure. Junpei ran to the nearest door. He grabbed the knob and shook it hard. It wouldn't open. It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears. Shit, this one's no good. Same here. It's not moving. June was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red light, it flashed at him dimly from the end of the hallway. That's it! Over there! Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them towards the light. So it's at the end of the hall it is. Santa called out to them as they ran. Hey, how many more seconds do we have? How would I know? Our time limit is 81 seconds. I know that, goddammit! I'm asking you how many seconds we have left. In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true. Urgency foremost in all their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dad sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them. Hurry! Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel. The other 3 quickly followed suit. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Oh, thank God. Now we can take some time to relax for a second and think things more clearly through. Oh, phew, it looks like it stopped. His hands began to steady. Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around. At the end of the hallway lay a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the large room, or large door, were 2 smaller ones. They all needed inspecting, but Junpei began with the largest of the 3, the double doors. How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Or perhaps he corrected himself more than a lack of results. Because they never open. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding, and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage. Near the handle was a small keyhole. Above the keel was a small symbol engraved in the brass. Mal? He wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him. No, that's not the symbol for male. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically they're the same symbol, but I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbol of the solar system. The sun. Saturn. The Earth. She's not wrong. At last! Or at least that's what I'm assuming. So this isn't the man symbol, it's a symbol for Mars? I think so, yes. While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone back to check the other doors. Eventually he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open. Then that must mean... we only have 2 more doors. Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it. B92, B93. Junpei figured they were probably room numbers. The door on the left read B92, and the door on the right proclaimed that it led to B93. Alright, let's open them. Yeah. Junpei put his hand on the doorknob for the door that said room 92. Santa moved to the door. I'll move to the door to room 93. Whoops. They had made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded. Are you sure? 1, 2, 3. In unison, they pushed against their respective doors and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. That's good news. At least these open. Though the door was another person. Oh, through the door was another person. His mouth agape. It was Santa. Hey, it opened. Yeah, it did. Junpei and Santa looked at each other. They had not expected the doors to yield so easily. Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts. Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet. As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued. Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us. Get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. Junpei and June search the other one. All right. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Seek a way out. Yet another game to play. Oh, cool. It gives us an overview at the top. So, let's examine things. This is kind of a weird looking picture. It is. Some sort of ink splotches. You think it's an abstract painting or something? It kind of looks like a demon with an elephant-like nose, sucking on a human being's brain. What the where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I'm mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there. Are you sure you want to? Okay, back we go. That vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. What? Are you gonna steal it? Maybe. Oh my god. Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Do you think maybe you could look around here a little more before you go? There's a lot for me to do here all by myself. No, that's the way out. There's 2 doors. Ah! Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have time to be relaxing on a sofa. Thanks. Matches. Huh. It's a box of matches. There are matches inside, obviously. Thanks, Tips. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June. Oh yeah, how's your fever? Are you feeling better now? Yes, I'm feeling fine. June certainly looked fine. Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds. It seemed her fever really had gone down. Are you worried about me? Well, maybe I am. Yeah, I guess I am. June blushed and giggled. By the way, Jumpy! How did you end up here? What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I? There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night? Oh. Yeah, that's about right, June. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-deck. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But is that really the truth? What? Jumpy, are you hiding something from me? No! Why would I? Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this? That's what I was thinking. Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something? Why would I hide? Well, I don't know anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know? You mean like the number of men I've dated? No. Junpei's heart stumbled over himself. Or itself. Do you want to know? He had to admit he was a little curious now that the subject's up. Don't worry. She smiled at him. Only 18. Oh. Times 0. Oh, you troll. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet. June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way. Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-deck. Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school. June nodded, and for a few moments she had the faraway look of someone in deep thought. Look for what connects the victims that will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that? Yeah, I do. So? Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours. What? You got any ideas who it might be? No, nothing. Oh. Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of the teachers or maybe the principal. Or the janitor or the lunch lady. No, I can barely remember any of them. Yeah, I know. Damn it, that didn't do anything. Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. Well, at least it's good. I got us thinking about it. There's a display case, but there's nothing being displayed. How sad. It looks like the drawers are empty, too. Yeah. Okay, then. Nothing there to be had. A wooden cupboard. There are cups inside, surprising no one. It's a bed. There's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket, nothing exciting. Look, there's two pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. Huh? What's up? They're turning red. Oh man, is her fever back? Hey, are you alright? Do you need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Hey, seriously, are you really okay? Her mind's in the gutter. A bed frame. Now we don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blushing again. What the hell is she thinking about? It's that mind he wishes to know a little more about. Oh, we already searched that. Nothing useful. Yeah, if I didn't, double tap that, that'd be nice. It's a bottle of water in it. There's a bedroom. They probably have it here because their throat always feels dry when you wake up. You know? My throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, did you want to take a shower together? Whoa! Just kidding. Too late to take that back. My brain's already working out the picture. My throat was dry already. This sure isn't helping. Yeah, June, leave that loot at home. We don't need that right now. This isn't a painting, is it a map? It looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. Not a bad idea. It is now possible to use the map screen. Map screen. The map screen can only be viewed during the story sections. It's entirely different in function from the bird's eye view mode. While on the map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which you will acquire over the course of the story. Touch the menu to open it, and then X while in the menu, and you will be taken to the map screen. Simple enough. You can scroll around it with the stylus, and going to the green parts of the floor plan will allow you to see the bird's eye view for that room. Useful. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it up and slid it back in his pocket. Huh. June looked up as he closed it. This ship is bigger than I thought. Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long. Must be one of those fancy cruise ships. Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's some sort of style choice, that's just too much. Do you remember what Zero said? On April 14th, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. Is it like some type of recreation of the Titanic then? After remaining aloft for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. That voice destroys me. Do you remember, or do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other? That is a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason. Junpei took a moment to look around the room. Do you think this boat is a replica of the Titanic? A replica? Yeah. You know, like a copy of the actual boat? Who on earth would make something like that? Fans? Crazy Titanic fans? No way! Do you even know how much money that would take? No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know. Break even? Yeah. They could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic, and then crash and die in it as well. That'd be such a bad thing. Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with. Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past, though? It's the site of the worst accident in history. Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you get cursed just for going. A curse, huh? Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff. Well, personally, I think they're a load of crap. Sorry, but I can't say I believe in that kind of stuff. Tact was not one of Junpei's many better qualities. Oh, that's good. What about you? I guess that's kind of a dumb question. Yes, I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic. What? A curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that. Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amon-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will forever be cursed. Haven't you ever heard of that? I actually think I might have somewhere. Can't quite place my finger on where, though. So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse? That's right! June's eyes had lit up with excitement like a child with a new toy. That's stupid. I don't buy it. It's true, though! How can you be so sure? That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. It was really mysterious, totally unbelievable. What is so unbelievable about it? Well, supposedly she was really pretty. Pretty? Yeah. But she was a mummy. That's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She looked just like she was alive. Alive? This isn't freaking Scooby-Doo. She looked like she was alive. Oh, I get it. It's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax? If a dead body is put in the right sort of environment, the fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And... yes, saponification. But that's not what it is. Huh? That's not it. She wasn't wax. Then what is it? They say that she was frozen. What? Frozen? That's right! The whole body was frozen solid! You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all that water was frozen! The story says that from the time of its discovery, all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic. And even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted. It's so weird! June and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she told him. Ice that wouldn't melt even in the desert? Could such a thing really exist? No. Even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it? The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten ice cream too fast. Well, it would put a confusion on anyone's face. Oh, there's more. Key. Handy, thank you. This is the mirror for the dresser. And now she's playing with her hair. Does she even realize she's doing that? Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on, it's not like there's anyone here you need to impress. Yes, there is. Who? What? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Forget it, Jumpy. You oblivious person, you. It's a light, thanks to what we can see. Yes. The chair that goes with the dresser, there's nothing particularly interesting about it. I don't think there's anything else I can click on. Oh. What's that, then? That's the bathroom wall! There's square tiles all over it! Retro. There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used a shower once, so I know. Only once? Yes it is. That's the shower knob! Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. That is strange. It's just a shower head. There's nothing special about it. Jumpy, do you think there might be something on the shower curtain? Oh, well, maybe. You want to try closing it? There doesn't seem to be anything here. Oh, you're right. Let's put it back. Now let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty, too. There isn't even any water in it. A collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. Oh yeah, why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. Off we go. I think we've examined pretty much every... Ooh, what was that? Well, that's the couch again. We made June mad last time. Well, I guess there's only one thing to be done here. Let's leave now. Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Why? What do you mean, why? I was just gonna go check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Oh, no. Come back soon. Sure thing. I'll leave the rest to you. Sure. Leave it to me. Alright, off to the other room we go. What's this? Kinda looks like one in the other room, but it's missing pieces. There's a square tile in this frame. It's glued in there quite well. I don't think you can take it out. It's a tile with a black and white pattern on it. Looks like a valuable vase. Empty though. There seems to be a room on the left side of the vase. What is that, the bathroom for this room? It is. And there's no shower curtain for some reason. Not that I can see. This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. That's the shower knob, you knob. I tried turning it, but no water comes out. This thing's a little shelf for putting soap on. Whoa, look! Junpei! There's a mushroom growing out of the wall. That's a shower head, you mushroom. Is there anything in the toilet? Guess not. The tank's empty too. Some toilet paper. We've got 2 rolls, I guess. I guess it's kind of handy to have toilet paper in this situation. There's a curtain rod on the ceiling. It's probably for shower curtains. Where are the curtains then? That means that if someone's taken a shower, nobody else can use the bathroom. So I don't see the problem with that. Oh, Junpei, you beast. You're a pervert. Okay then. Bye-bye, Lotus. Well, this is a display case. Check it out. These plates and shit look really expensive. Want to take a look? Might as well. What's this? Damn. Guess this is the wrong key. Or this is the wrong key. Wait, I have a key? Oh, right. Yeah, I do. What? Well, that means there's got to be another one somewhere around here. Otherwise, we aren't going to be able to open this thing. This tile. I think I've seen it somewhere. Yeah, I know. Kind of looks like the one we saw in the other room. Huh, it does. Another expensive vase. There's a number of expensive looking plates in here. I guess that's a plate as well. I'm interested in that gold thing. Hey, check this out. This is a pretty nice sofa. I know. It's a shame I can't take it back with me. In this situation, that's what you're thinking of? A candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy. Okay, we got a candle. Never know when you need a light source. It's a round wooden table. Hey, Junpei. That room's pretty dark. Don't you have something that'll give us some light? Something that'll give us some light? A candle? Oh. Oh, right, we have matches. Okay. I know! If I use these matches to light the candle... perfect. Awesome, with the light from the candle, maybe we can take a look around over there. But it gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down. Well, why don't you set it on top of the dresser? It's flat there, at least it won't fall over. Oh yeah, not a bad idea. Hey, it's got pretty bright. Now we can take a look around a little. The dresser drawer, it's locked. Oh, okay. Let's see if this... Yes! Yes, it worked! Huh, it's a plate. With a strange pattern on it. This is the mirror for the dresser. Damn straight. Nothing weird about it, though. It's really dark over there. It's a chair for the dresser. It's a light, man. Can't you figure that out on your own? Hard to tell if it's burned out. Or not. Of course, now that we have the candle, I guess it doesn't really matter that much anymore. The candle's lightens up the room for now. Let's hope I could pick it up and move it. It's kind of dark over here. It's a light. What'd you expect? Can't really tell if it's burned out, though. That doesn't matter anymore. The light from the candle should let us search the room. A bottle full of water. I don't think we're gonna need this for anything. Or are you sure fresh water is a commodity? Hey, Junpei. It's a cupboard. There's a freaking cupboard in here. Are you alright? It's a... Oh, don't give me that. Come on, a cupboard in a bedroom can only mean there's a safe in here. Really? Damn, there's nothing in here. Got me all worked up for nothing. Well, what'd you expect? There's a picture of an old cruise ship. Is it the Titanic? A curtain. Huh. Anything under the blanket? No, nothing suspicious here. Two pillows in a pile. Oh. A pile of pillows. Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Hey, calm down. Oh, okay. Anything under the blanket? A girl with burning red eyes stares back at me. Ah! I'm just messing with you. There's nothing there. Thanks, Junpei. Messing with me of all people. Oh no, we already did that. No, still nothing suspicious. No ghosts or girls either. That's only one can dream. Huh? Hey, what the hell? It just got dark all of a sudden. Maybe the candle got blown out. We should go see. I don't know if I want to. Ah! Okay, no ghost. There's a candlestick covered in melted wax on top of the dresser. Hey, what's this? The top of the candlestick looks like... weird. You're right. It's all bumpy. Candlestick key, what? Oh, that's good. I like that. Let's see if the candlestick key will do anything. Yes! It opened! Alright, pull that shit open. Give me that. I got another plate. Hey, Junpei, you got a minute? Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start. Here, take this. Santa pulled something out of his pocket. It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover in it. Oh, what is this? I found it in between some of the cushions on the safe. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it. Anyway. Then why don't you hold on to it? Santa gave him a wry smile. You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Damn straight. And you hate these things? Yeah, got a problem with that? Not really, but... Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say. What does a bookmark have to do with any of that? Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward. Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? That meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like a flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So a leaf language, I guess. Yeah, you could call them leaf words. Leaf words? Junpei looked at the bookmark. Hope, faith, love, and luck. So yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright? Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands. Junpei, what do you want to do? Let's just take it from the guy. I decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he? Alright, sure, I'll take it. He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last, confused look. Huh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know? Do you really hate those 4 words that much? Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny. What had happened to Santa, Junpei wondered. How did he become such a bitter person? For a moment, they looked at each other. Well, that's not my only reason. What? That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4. What, worried about the 4 horsemen? Nah, come on man, that's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of crap scared people, but this is the 21st century. I'm a 21st century guy. Yeah, I can tell by your clothes. Then why do you hate 4 so much? Because it's a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst, that's why. What? 9's a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number. Santa's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before. You play? Play? What do you mean, like, gambling? I don't think he means the stock market. You mean like gambling? Oh yeah, of course, what else would I mean? In Baccarat, the best possible hand totals 9. They call it Le Grande. I didn't know that. I don't even know what Baccarat is. But the lowest possible, most worthless cards, the zeros, they call Monkey. Just like the guy in charge of this game, huh? Zero's a monkey. Clever. Santa blinked, utterly stunned, and he began to laugh. Oh man, you're totally right. The guy who trapped us in here sure is one hell of a monkey. That was when Lotus spoke up. You know, if you think about it, the notary game is really a lot like Baccarat. Apparently, she'd been listening. Of course, it doesn't use any of that stupid digital root junk. You did just drop the tens digit, and that's it. Still, it doesn't have to be the same idea of your final number needing to be a single digit, or it does have the same idea. Oh yeah, I guess you got a point. And in both games, whoever has 9 wins. The person who makes 9 wins? Did you forget already? Don't you remember what Zero said? The exit is hidden, but it is there. Seek the exit. Seek the door that carries a 9. So, if we want to get off this boat, we'll have to make a team whose numbers have the digital root of 9? And only the people in that team are going to make it out alive. Of course. That's why it's called the nonary game. What? Huh? You don't know? Nonary means something derived from 9, or a base 9. It's derived from the Latin prefix nona, which means 9. While we're at it, the prefix for 1 is uni. You know, like the unicorn, the horse with 1 horn? 2 is like binary. Binary means composed of 2 parts. 3 is tri, I'm sure you've heard that one plenty. Like trio, triple, triangle, you get the idea. After that, you have quart, quinty, sex, septum, and so on. And of course, the prefix for 8 is octo, like octopus. It's called that because it has 8 legs. Get it? I see. So then nona means 9. Lotus nodded. So, how many of us are trapped on this ship? That'd be 9. And what are all the bracelet numbers we have? They go from 1 to 9. And our time limit? How many hours did we have? Zero said 9 hours. And finally, to get out of this ship, we need to find the door of a 9 that's hidden somewhere in the ship. By making a team with the digital root of 9. Lotus nodded again. And there you have it. The number 9 is everywhere in this game. He's got a real theme of 9s for this whole thing. No wonder it's called the Nonary game. Well, it's good to know. We'll hold that knowledge in our head and hope it comes in handy. Somewhere far away, Junpei heard the creak of a stressed metal. The stressed metal sounded almost like Zero laughing at them, or the sad, desperate scream of a pig headed to the slaughterhouse. That just reminds me of 9 who died. Horribly. I don't even think we got the guy's name. Anyhow, the next thing I want to try is we did pick up a shower curtain. So let's try putting that up and see if that does anything. Otherwise, I don't know why they'd give us a shower curtain and a shower without a curtain. There's a curtain rod running along the ceiling. Let's put up that shower curtain on these hooks. Let's try spreading the curtains. Kind of looks like there's something in between them. Or there's the hole. Okay. Well, that's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, with a hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit? Maybe they were, man. Like, those home invasion fantasies. I don't judge. Home invasion? Interesting, I see. You two are real idiots, you know that? Yeah, let's leave that topic there. Let's try spreading the curtains. There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what the tile it is. It looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Okay, might as well put it back. We'll keep that in mind. Alright, looking through this hole I can see a white tile 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Nothing strange here. Nope, the thing's not budging. Huh, well, then that means... Well, at least we have a clue. We could try the other bathroom. We got 2 of the pieces we need for that thing. What's up? You going back already? Well, I can't just leave June there all by herself. Heh, what do you think you are, her knight or something? Or a protector? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going, okay? In the bathroom in Lotus's room, I saw a particular tile when I looked through the hole in the shower curtain. Maybe if I look in the same place over here. Alright, where was it? 5th one from the top, 3rd one from the right. What are you mumbling about, Jumpy? Oh, sorry. Could you be quiet for a minute? I don't want to forget this. Okay, 3rd out, 5th from the top. Here it is! Yes, this one's loose. I think I can get under this with my nails, and yes! Aha! Like I said, I can only assume they go in that little portrait we saw before, because it's the missing ones. I have a rough idea of what I need to do for that. The exit. Lotus and Santa are in the room on the other side. I'm gonna go check up on them. Be right back. Let's try it. There's a tile in the frame. I guess I'm supposed to put tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. Huh. We can try making it look like the other one. Oh, okay, so that just swaps them around. It looks like we're halfway there. This, maybe? Ah, there we go. Yes, I did it! What? Just... There, picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a key in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyways, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Well, yeah, key, the Mars key. Oh, convenient. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down. What's the deal with this picture anyways? Oh wait, wrong voice. What's the deal with this picture anyway? Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused. I think I've seen this picture somewhere before. Where? In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book. Well, more well-read than she seems. I guess we can't judge books by their cover. What's this interesting theory? Morphogenic... Oh, the morphogenic field. The morphogenic field, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance. Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it gives me a headache. Santa put his hands on his head as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shapes of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of this isn't difficult exactly? Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this?
Theory of the Okay, that's a lot more self-explanatory. Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy? Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it is close enough for a simple approximation.
Santa suddenly burst into laughter.
Are you serious? Telepathy? What do you think we are, kids from the 70s?
I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that. Yes, I agree. Lotus' response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some sort of conflict.
I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I am in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching on to a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. That's interesting, so it's in part of that theory. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
Santa answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it. What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
That's a good question. Doesn't really look like too much. Black and white scribbles like Santa said. But I guess it looks like... a man's face. I don't see it. Doesn't really look like a koi. It's not a fish. It's definitely not a small boat floating in a lake. Not in my mind, at least. What the hell's a Funyarinpa? Okay. You know what? We could just give him a copy-paste response, I guess. We'll go with the butterfly. It's a butterfly. Cho, butterfly sofa. This is the head, and this is the nose, and this is the mouth. Huh?
Wait, what? What's a cho, you sofa? What? You mean you don't know? He's a former pro wrestler and a huge movie star. He was just in this movie called Man Bag. Oh man, it was so sweet and full of manly passion. He was all like nom nom nom, throwing the bag around like a big mouth, and then like guns and gadgets and stuff would just fly out of it. Wait, what? Damn, just thinking about it gives me the chills. Several seconds of silence passed as Lotus stared at Junpei. You're just screwing with me, aren't you, Junpei? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog. See, like this. Lotus pointed out parts of the picture and eventually a dog took shape in them. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I can actually see that. I'm kind of kicking myself for not realizing it. It looked as though she had a point. Yeah, it definitely has a point. It was a dog. Santa also nodded in agreement. So? Now we know that it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us. Lotus nodded and began to speak. A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took two similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify initially, but once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. The first picture was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was his picture of a dog. So, their experiment? First, they initially sent the picture to the other parts of the world where British radio and television didn't reach. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects. All in all, there were roughly 1,000 people. Those 1,000 people were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results, in and of themselves, were not terribly interesting. But 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. I feel a lot less bad about not seeing it now. Then, 2 days later, they broadcast a new show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it could be assumed that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture now totaled over 200,000 people. After another 2 days had passed, they gathered a number of research subjects from areas where British TV and radio did not exist. This time, they were only able to find a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them were people who had participated in the last test. They were, however, given the same test and the same two pictures. The results were shocking. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test had yielded 9.2% success rate. The change was not statistically significant. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of the people able to successfully find the dog picture grew from 3.9 to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So, do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There were no way the second group could have seen this. They lived far away from Britain and could not have seen the picture. But even so, it was the only success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean? Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked as though she were nearly possessed and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backwards.
Intensity can drive people away. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes. Does this have something to do with that field or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye? So if more people knew the answer, then that information will pass through the field. Psych. Her manner suddenly shifted and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off. Oh, I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen.
But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all. At least it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure. Right. Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I really thought you were serious. Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience. If even just pseudoscience, you know these games well enough that they don't go to the way to point out things like this unless they have some sort of significance later on. So it'll be best probably to keep this in mind. Okay, right. Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial clasps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong. Unclear. Alright, enough nonsense. We've got the key, let's get out of here. Word. Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed staring at the picture of the dog. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenic field. The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Well, that is quite interesting. I do like theories and thinking about them. Alright, let's get to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head to the door. Okay. Roger that. Yes! It unlocked! Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Jumpy, let's go! Alright, let's go. What hell awaits us now? You found it! They stepped through the door to find themselves in a wide hallway. Junpei, June, Lotus, and Santa stopped for a moment and looked at their surroundings. A short distance away, a metal grate extended across the width of the hallway. They took hold and shook, but it refused to move. Nearby was a pair of elevators. It took only a few button presses to determine what the elevators would not respond to their efforts. They could only assume the elevators were not powered. There was only one door left. Well, looks like we don't have any choice. Yeah. Sure does. Well then, let's open it. Junpei grabbed hold of the knob and quietly pushed the door open. It's a food place? He entered slowly, trying to take in as much of his surroundings as he could. The others followed shortly. So, it's a kitchen. Santa did not look pleased. What were you expecting? Isn't it obvious? The exit. I was hoping this would be the way out of here. You really think it'd be that easy? Yeah, I know, still. As they talked, Lotus headed deeper into the room. Until at last, she stood in front of a door. If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier. But don't we need a key for that? Sorry, I guess that wasn't very constructive. Neither Junpei nor Lotus looked terribly happy. Junpei dug the ship map from his pocket and spread it out in front of him. Right, that'll come in handy. As he did. Hey! What's that? Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I found this a little while ago. It's a map of B-Deck. Before Junpei could finish, Lotus snatched the map away from him. Oh, thanks. She ran her fingers across it, muttering to herself. I knew it. See, look. Junpei did as he was told. Santa and June moved over to look at the map as well. See?
We came in here. If we go there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate. With her fingers, Lotus traced a path on the map. She was right. Satisfied that she had been correct, Lotus folded the map and handed it back to Junpei. He took it and slid the valuable piece of paper back into his pocket. There's a card reader on the right side of the door. Then that means the key card is somewhere in here, right? That seems to be most likely. Alright, we know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues. Okay. It's not a bad idea. We just got out of one and now we have to do another. Seek a way out. However, Meisters, I feel that's where we'll end it for today. As always, if you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like to show your support. If you're yet to join the Academy and crave more Shinigami shenanigans just like today's, subscribe to the channel and join the Academy now for more videos just like this one in the future. As always, friends and Meisters, I am trying to be active on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and that. Do follow me on those if you so feel inclined. And you have yourselves a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time on 999.